Hi, everybody. Good morning. It's Anna having her say unfiltered because of my age. The filters retired a long time ago. Today, we're talking about long-distance relationships and cross-cultural relationships from the perspective of a woman who has lived long enough to know and tried quite a few. Love is complicated. Communication is everywhere. And culture will humble you. I've dated men from different states, different countries, different time zones, and different levels of emotional maturity. Let's talk about it. Long-distance relationships require trust, communication, consistency, and a phone that doesn't die every 5 minutes. But here's the thing. And it's the truth that older women really need to know. If he wants to talk to you, he will. Time zones don't stop effort. Distance doesn't stop interest. And Wi-Fi is everywhere, even in the desert. If he says he fell asleep for 3 days, he didn't fall asleep. He fell off the relationship. If he says he forgot to call, he didn't forget. He prioritized something else. If he says, I'm not good with phones, he's good with TikTok, though. Long distance is simple. If he's consistent, it works. If he's not, it doesn't. Dating someone from another culture is like learning a new language, learning new traditions, learning new expectations, learning new ways of communicating, learning new ways of arguing. And listen, culture will expose your patience. For example, you say, I'm fine. In his culture, that means she's fine. And in your culture, that means I'm about to flip a table. You say, I don't want anything. In his culture, that means she doesn't want anything. In your culture, that means you better bring me something. You say, we need to talk. In his culture, that means, okay, let's talk. In your culture, that means brace yourself. Cross-cultural relationships require translation, not assumptions. Let me tell you something else. Miscommunication will have you questioning your sanity. You send a long, heartfelt message. He responds, okay. Okay what? He answers a different question. Now you're confused. He's confused, and the relationship is confused. You express your feelings. He thinks you're angry. You're not angry. You're expressing your feelings. He's not cold. He's reserved. Culture is wild. Older women know. Communication styles are cultural. Effort is universal. Pick one of these angles and run with it. Option A, the time zone disaster. I once dated a man 12 hours ahead. I was walking up. He was going to sleep. I was eating breakfast. He was eating dinner. I was starting my day. He was ending the relationship. Has that ever happened to you? I'm learning Mandarin, right? Meanwhile, this man couldn't even learn how to say good morning consistently. My kindergartners communicate better, and they don't even speak. Most of them don't even speak unless they're using their communication device. He needed one, too. He told me he was being polite. I thought he was being distant. Turns out, his culture doesn't do emotional paragraphs. Meanwhile, I'm over here writing essays. It keeps viewers glued. It keeps you glued to him. It keeps you feeling like you're participating in a next flick romance drama or romance comedy or romance tragedy. Act it out. Practice what you want to say to your significant long-distance others. I've tried that. It really doesn't work. Maybe it'll work for you, though. So picture this. I'm sitting on my couch, drinking my tea, minding my business, and here comes this man from 8,000 miles away with his foolishness, his accent, his confusion, his dramatic pauses, his cultural misunderstandings, his sudden disappearance, his sudden reappearances. I don't know. I've lived. I've raised kids. I buried one parent. I buried a daughter. I've survived jobs. I've survived other men. I've survived menopause. I've even survived New York. I know effort is universal. Respect is universal. Consistency is universal. Communication is universal. Culture matters. Distance matters. But effort is the great equalizer. If he wants you, he will call, text, show up, learn, adjust, and try. Older women don't need to be perfect. We need effort. Long-distance relationships can work. Cross-cultural relationships can work, but only if people show up. If you make me feel confused, you're not for me. If you make me feel anxious, you're not for me. If you make me feel like I'm guessing, you're not for me. Older women don't play games. Remember this. We set standards. Tell me in the comments, what's the wildest long distance or cross-cultural misunderstanding you've ever had? Because I know you've seen some nonsense.